Greetings, fellow dragons, and welcome to a new campaign we got running. I'm here with...
I'm Gio. I'm playing a wizard named Zolthar.
There you go. I'm here with Zolthar. And, yeah, that's part of a little new campaign we got going on. This is our session 0 for Zolthar. And, you know, we're running, for now we'll call it the Adventures in Kethall. But we're going to get right into the action. And zoom in, not into Brandon this time, but into Whitewater Swamp, where Zolthar, you are currently running for your life.
Yep.
You're trudging through the swamp.
Yeah, I'm running. I'm running away from Porkle.
All right.
Porkle and his fucking crew.
Cool. So yeah, you're hoofing it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're kind of ducking behind trees, sloshing through nasty water, and trying to remind me. Oh, never mind. You're running through until you can no longer hear the cries of, you know, the goblin cries of "Get him!" And that goblin. Do you speak Goblinoid?
No, I do not.
Okay, so you know you kind of hear the cries in the distance, and you can't really make out what they are, but you're running.
Mm-hmm.
At first you hear arrows kind of flying past you and landing in the swamp water, but you're able to make some distance.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you running in any particular direction, or are you trying to run back towards town?
I'm pretty sure I'd be trying to run
Just get
back
away.
towards town.
Towards town? Okay.
Towards town, because that seems to be the safest option for anyone to really do in that kind of scenario.
Okay, so you're running back, trying to get back to your little village.
Mm-hmm.
Make me. Okay, I can hook you up. No problem. Here, pick and choose. But get a d20 real quick, and we're doing proficiency dice.
Okay,
So if you have proficiency,
D4.
yeah, a d4. Make me a
Got it.
history check to see if you can route your way back into the panic.
Alright. I'm not proficient in that, sadly.
Good.
I died?
Okay. Okay. So, you know, in the chaos, you start running. Take off. And, you don't really know where you're going. You just kind of start getting lost in the mangroves. You know, it becomes a little difficult to track where you're going.
That is.
So not only have you lost some of the goblins, but you've kind of lost a little bit of yourself, you know, in the swamp. Yeah, you kind of start to lose your bearings.
Alright. I guess I'm pretty sure I know that I don't know where I'm going, or that I know.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm lost. Like, you know, you thought you were running towards town, and then you finally stopped hearing the chase behind you, took a look around, and thought, where am I? like, where am I?
Alright. How far would you say I ran from that area?
You're probably in pursuit and chase for maybe a good 10 minutes.
Okay, I'm way too far for that.
So you're a bit far.
Alright,
Yeah,
then
you kept running and kept running.
Then I guess right now what I'll try to do is try and gain an understanding of specifically where I am in this in the Whitewater Swamp.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Alright. What? Tower.
Is it a natural one?
Isn't that one? Isn't that one?
What's the total? Okay. So
This is a great start.
you know exactly where you are.
I am certain where I am.
You know exactly just how lost you are.
Well, shit.
You don't even know. Originally, you kind of didn't go towards town, and now you just don't know where you are. You're like, I'm somewhere, and you don't remember which direction you even came from.
Cool. Okay. How would you say the surroundings would
What are we looking at?
yeah.
Okay. There's a lot of water, you know, as a swamp has water.
Mm-hmm.
But you're in a bit of a clearing right now. So you're on like mushy ground. It's all wet and damp. There are channels and rivers that nothing like heavy flowing, but it's kind of still waters of coursing rivers that course through you or course near you. Tons of mangroves kind of surround you outside of the clearing. And it's probably what's making it so difficult to tell where you are is the amount of trees blocking your line of sight.
All right. So I guess the best thing for Zolthar to do is just wander in a random direction and possibly get even more lost.
Okay. Roll me a d4.
2.
Okay, you start heading east. You turn and you go, well.
I'll keep wandering about in that direction until it feels I'm even more lost.
Okay.
Or possibly going in the right direction.
What kind of pace are you traveling at? Trying to be careful pace, normal pace, or
most likely careful, making sure that if I was still being in pursuit from Borkel's little crew or anything else.
So make me a stealth check.
Gotcha. 17.
It's pretty good. That you've definitely got to be careful in the swamp. Not knowing where you are is a dangerous thing. And now make me a perception to kind of keep track of where you're going.
Thank God, it was so close to a 2. Natural 20.
Nice.
21 total.
Okay. Yeah, so you spot this thing. This is a scary looking thing.
This thing?
But you know what it is.
Okay.
You see, it almost looks like vines or seaweed floating in the water. Kind of, swaying. But you know that these aren't vines. This is part of a maulvine. So maulvine are creatures that lurk in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Your people you grew up with always told you to be wary of them. Never wander into water without having a good idea of what you're doing. But you see it, because you're traveling and the river kind of cuts you off from where you're going, so you have to get through. But you do see these vines. A maulvine, you know what it is, but make me a nature check to see how much you know.
Okay. 10?
Okay. They're carnivorous. You don't know much about kind of why or when they came to the swamp, but you do know they're invasive. And you know the way in which they attack.
Okay.
So they like to lure in just about anything that touches the vines, and the moment the vines are touched, they strangle whatever touches them and drag them down, and they have a mouth at the bottom that chomps.
That's definitely not really good.
Yeah, so you probably don't want it. If you're going to get across it, don't touch the vines, because that's what sets it off.
Gotcha. I think I'm not even going to bother to take the chance. I'm just heading in another direction.
Okay. Just take another direction.
Take
Roll a
direction.
d4.
4.
You start heading west. You turn straight back to where you came from.
Awesome.
You're like,
nope. Let's retrace my steps.
Okay, that's a fair thought. You're like, well, this isn't the way. You turn around.
All right.
Heading back west.
I'll keep heading up until it feels like I'm back to exactly where I was first lost.
Yeah, you managed to get back to the clearing. It's pretty hard to mistake.
And then I'll try to eat. Actually, I want to look into the sky and see if I can see any smoke coming from any campfires nearby.
Okay, make me a perception.
Another nat 1.
Oh man. You can't see over these trees, man. They're big mangroves.
Awesome. Okay.
And the clouds kind of occlude the air.
All right. Oh, I forgot to ask. What time of day would you say? Is it day or night?
It's day,
okay.
But it's always pretty dark here. The trees kind of blot out a lot.
Okay.
Because they're so tightly packed. But whenever in the clearing, there's a lot of sunlight.
Okay.
It is probably it's hard to tell where the sun is when you can't really get a good look at it, but it's probably midday, noonish.
Okay. Let me find a d6 real quick, because I want to avoid the area, or the direction that I just went in. So, let's say 1, 2 will be north, 3, 4 west, and 5, 6 south.
Okay.
For the direction I'm heading in. What was it? 1, 2 was north.
Okay, head north?
Yes.
Okay. You start heading north. Not really still knowing where you are, but you begin to head north. And you would know in the geography of Whitewater Swamp, north is typically where the Whitewater Castle is.
Okay.
So, you go, screw it. North it is. And you have a little compass that helps guide you,
Alright.
Because there would be no other way to know.
Let me note that down real quick. Alright.
But you're able to start heading north. And still carefully?
Yeah, of course, still carefully.
Okay.
So, let me roll real quick. 2 and 3. 16.
Alright. You're still doing pretty good, Pretty quiet, sneaking through, nice and low. Describe what you look like as you're heading through these marshes.
Give me 1 second to pull that little notepad up, because there's like a
no
big
problem.
chunk that I forgot.
You're good.
Alright, so basics for like the base color of the skin that I have, it's like yellow, and I have like a dark green pattern like of scales, kind of ish, like going from like that can visibly be seen from everyone else, from like here down to the back, and then going towards my back.
So you're very clearly like a Yuan-Ti.
Yes.
Like there's no like
there's like no
mistaking it.
That is possibly a gift.
Okay.
There's no mistaking.
Yeah, got you.
And as for like the clothes that I'm wearing a green poncho, like as on top, a gray like sleeveless little tunic with like little buttons.
Yep.
And tattered gray pants. No shoes, because he's trying, kind of. It's a swamp. Doesn't really want to get whatever shoes you could possibly wear dirty.
Water in your shoes.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
What else was there? The mouth, I'm pretty sure you can like already assume it's a snake person. So it'd have that little line that whenever it extends wide enough, it stretches.
That's gross, but okay.
It's gross,
gotcha.
It's another thing to make sure.
Yeah.
You don't mistake me for a gift.
No, never. I don't think I can ever.
As for the eye colors, it's I want to say let's go with like a kind of a dark orange.
Okay. So yeah, you're kind of trucking through, slithering maybe, dare I say, through the swamp. There's not much activity.
There's nothing I can see. No smoke in the sky.
As far as you can tell, no. It's pretty hard to tell, and some time begins to pass. You start realizing, oh God, like I might not get back, because sun starts going down, and you still have no idea where you are.
Awesome. All right.
But then you hear it. Some sort of goblin tongue.
Okay.
Speaking, conversing with each other.
I don't really like where this is going, but it could be something good. Potentially rare, but potentially. Okay. Which direction would you say it's like coming from? Like the direction that I'm heading towards, or more like towards the northeast?
It's a little to your, so you're heading north. It's like a little northwest, of you. It's not far because you can hear them.
Yeah.
They're like 70 feet away from you, probably behind some trees.
Okay.
But you hear.
I'll try to stealth like further past to see if I can see around the tree.
Okay.
Just to see
16 is what it was, right?
Yes.
Okay. You managed to do so. You sneak up, and as far as you know, they haven't noticed you. You're
Alright.
pretty close.
Can I see exactly how much in number there is?
You can peek. Yeah, perception.
Not on that one, but it's not good. 6.
There's a lot. There's a lot of goblins.
Mm.
You don't see Borkle, but there are a lot of goblins.
Okay.
It's a little camp.
Gotcha. Do I see my old my comrades Zek and Doran?
Nowhere to be seen.
Nowhere in that camp.
Mm-mm.
Oh. Okay. Then I'll just try to keep moving towards the north in hopes of finding the Whitewater Castle.
Make me a stop. Get past him.
Number 4 and 12.
Okay. Give me a minute.
Oh God.
Let's just check something. As far as you know, you slipped by unnoticed.
I don't like that wording.
As far as you know, you slipped by unnoticed. They haven't made any move towards you, or.
Okay.
But now you're just a little bit ahead of them, and you start to hear another goblin camp ahead. Make me an intelligence check. Like straight intelligence.
Another 12.
Okay. You've seen this kind of thing before. The goblins of the swamp kind of like to cluster up into these little colonies. So you get to figuring that you're in the middle of a bunch of clusters.
Ugh. That is not good.
Because you've wandered past, now there's one behind you, there's one that you're hearing to your right, and there's one ahead of you. And you start seeing the smokestacks.
So there's... Oh wait, so you said there...
And you smell food. They're cooking,
I mean, I'd assume...
It's the only reason they have fire on right now.
Ugh, okay, this is not good. I'm going deeper into enemy territory.
Okay, you kind of are. You're kind of trudging forward.
Let's see, what the fuck is there for me to do? I got no one to reach out to, nothing to really do except for... No, that wouldn't really help all too much. Is there anywhere around me that I can see, seeing for sure that in that direction, no more goblins?
Maybe to your left, west of you, perhaps, but maybe.
Okay.
You don't see smokestacks to your west, but it's also occluded by these big trees.
Gotcha. And I don't see any lights further down there.
It's hard to look through, but as far as you know, no.
Then I will try my best
to head west.
Head west.
Okay. All right. So you're stealthing past, and there's no camp, but there is a goblin.
Okay.
And he's kind of just sitting down. He has like a makeshift spear. It's just one goblin.
Okay.
But he's sitting like this.
How far is he from the camps?
He's maybe 80 feet away. Not too far.
Okay.
But he's kind of just... Looks like he's probably supposed to be keeping watch. But he's kind of just slinked against a mangrove and just looking up.
Huh, okay. Let's see. That could be interesting. How far am I from the goblin?
You're maybe like 40 feet away, looking.
Let me look at his spell real quick. This might be a dumb plan, but it is a plan. Where is it? There it is. Okay, never mind. That's not really going to work out too well. Oh, actually, that could work. I want to cast Mage Hand. Not...
Okay.
At a tree that's somewhere to towards the opposite direction of where I am. So let's say
How far can Mage Hand go from you? 30 feet away?
I believe.
Do you have to be within range?
For the Mage Hand?
I have no idea.
Let me see.
Just asking.
30 feet.
You have to be within the 30 feet?
Yeah. Well, actually, it says it can be cast at 30 feet away, and
if it is ever more than 30 feet away, it vanishes. Okay,
yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, at a tree that's 30 feet away from me in the opposite
A
direction.
little blue hand, you know.
Yeah. And like on the tree, I want it to just like.
God shoots up.
And then instantly like.
Vanish.
Gone.
Kind of picks up a spear, stumbles, and picks himself up. Peeks behind the tree.
I'm gonna start moving like stealthily.
With the stealth check at disadvantage as you're like trudging past this goblin.
Okay, so I'm hoping to God it's gonna be good because this was a nat 20 with a 4.
Oh.
Okay, that's so good. 22.
Okay, you get right past him. He's like looking at this tree like. He turns around. And now he's like not sitting, he's like standing now with his little like bamboo spear, you know, like a little stick spear.
So, see, this is what's good about me. I helped him do his job better.
Yeah.
Well, also making him fail at doing his job.
He's he's on alert now, you know. He's like looking around like, because I was like, he looked around like, okay.
And I'll just keep it. Let's see. This time, instead of heading in a direct direction, north or west, I'll just go diagonal northwest.
Okay. Yeah, you start dipping. Screw that. You know, you leave the goblin. Make me a perception check as you're kind of trying to get your bearings again.
All right. You know what? Tower. Good. 16.
Okay. You finally spot a familiar trail.
Okay.
You know, and you think, this is it. You know, this is probably it. You're like 80, 20% sure. You know, like 80 in favor. You know, like, yeah, your odds are probably 80%. You know, this is probably the way back.
Okay.
But yeah.
So let's see. And you said it was a trail, right?
Hmm?
You said it was a trail.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, you know, man-made.
So okay. Since I'm like 80 to 90% sure, I know it's headed somewhere. Do I know which direction the trail would like lead to? Which town, city, castle, anything? Or do I just know it's safe?
You think it's probably towards your town.
Okay. Then I will head towards the direction that I'm pretty sure is my town.
Okay.
Of the trail.
You're starting to slosh through and something strange. There are no crickets, you know, or cicadas chirping. There's nothing. Everything is super quiet, which is not normal for the swamp.
Okay.
Something's up
I wanna see if there's anything
near you.
like, yeah.
Perception.
It was almost an 8. 18.
18.
It was almost an 8.
That's okay. Make me a nature check.
Okay. 21.
Okay. You know that very often when wildlife gets this quiet, it's because there's some sort of danger or predator near. You know,
Okay.
everything gets quiet, and then you see it. You know what a mangrove looks like, right? Giant roots that dig into the ground and spread. Big, tall trees. You know, under one of the root systems of the mangrove is a very dark little dwelling. Like a child could fit in there.
Okay.
And there are two glowing green eyes staring at you from under.
Huh.
And you kind of like lock eyes with it. It's just looking at you. Staring. And you like, they glow, you know, you see them.
Okay. So I'm knowing that it's the silence is because of predator. I'm gonna assume that is the predator.
It's danger.
Is danger.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start, just booking it more like as fast as I can down the trail.
As you start running, you keep like looking behind you to see if it's still there. There's still silence, and as you begin to kind of look at the other trees. The same eyes. Under different trees, different root systems. Almost tracking you.
Do I see like what kind of figure it is?
You just see eyes.
Just the eyes.
You see the whites, and you see green. You know, basically dots.
So it's just no figures, just the eyes.
Just eyes. Yeah. And
can I see if it's a spell that's, you know, like if anyone's trying to scry on me?
do you have detect magic? Like, you can Arcana, see if this is something magical. You could try.
All right, I'll try.
Yeah, you could certainly try.
21.
Okay. Being so fluent in the arcane, maybe this isn't magic, but it may be some sort of magical creature.
Okay.
Like maybe this isn't a spell, but it's probably magical.
Okay.
Most things don't glow like that.
And in a lot of places at once, or not.
But, you know,
once, but
as you kind of
so frequent.
like take a good look at it now, trying to ponder what it is. A small, not small, regular size, gray, almost like kind of rotten looking hand kind of slides out from under the root system into some light.
Okay.
And kind of turns its hand and goes and fades back into the darkness.
I follow it.
Okay. So you come closer. You know, and now you just see the eyes, like, still looking at you. Hey, you come close, you know. And,
So, you said it's in a like the shaded area, right?
Hmm?
You said it's in like a little shaded bit.
yeah, it's like you know, it's so dark because the tree is pretty big, you know.
All right. So with dark vision, can I see what it is?
Ooh, dark vision.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't like this anymore.
yeah, you can. You know, it's some sort of maybe humanoid. It has like 2 arms, 2 legs, and it's like under, you know, sprawled, sprawled under.
As the player, I have a feeling I know what this is, but
Yeah. It's kind of looking. And hey, hello.
how you doing? Who are you? Sorry, just wanting to fly.
A friend, maybe.
Why maybe?
Still tracked with its eyes. Depends. Most people run.
Why?
It begins to crawl out. And you hear its joints snapping as it starts coming out of its little hovel. It stretches its arms. It has long, spindly arms. Now you get to see it more stretched out, gray skin. And its eyes flicker with green, and it has eyes on its shoulders.
Oh, on the shoulders. Ooh.
It's kind of now looking at you with its 4 eyes.
Okay. How tall would you say the creature is?
It's like 9 feet tall.
Yeah, that's-
You know, so you get a feeling, because it didn't look that big in there. You get the feeling it can like compress or decompress.
Mhm.
You know, but it kind of towers over you. And one of its legs is completely covered in wrappings.
Okay.
You look lost.
You know, I kind of am. But I feel like I know where I'm going.
I think I know where you're going.
Where's that?
Somewhere better. It smiles. And it kind of recedes back.
Where is better?
Somewhere where goblins can't hurt you. And it draws almost like a little rune with its feet, with the leg that's in wraps. As it does, it leaves a little trail of green light behind.
Okay.
And it crawls back into its little hole. But you see its kind of fingertips outstretched outside now. Looking. If you wish to go somewhere better, that's your way.
Will going here help me in trying to take down Borkle?
Fate will tie you two together. But you, my friend, you'll remember me.
I'm sure I'll remember you.
He blinks and the eyes are gone.
Oh. I don't see any of them. He's just gone.
You assume so. Everything's gone. You don't see the eyes anymore.
Gotcha.
And the rune is still humming now on the ground.
I'll move on to the room.
Let's step on it.
Step on it.
From the nearby river, almost like a tidal wave comes in, envelops you as a green light, fills the water. And, for a moment you're drowning. Start getting enveloped by this bubble of water. But soon enough, the water expels. And you're in the middle of a city, and people are freaking out. And that's where we're going to end off on session 0. But, that's where we'll end it. So thank you for joining us, and hopefully we'll see you around on episode 1 of The Adventures of Kethall. And I hope you enjoy.
Yeah, bye.